some boxes, gonna look inside. Hope there's something good, let's have a good time, yeah!
Hey guys, welcome to the Blind Unboxer. That's me, Cass. And when I say that, I don't mean I'm actually blind. I can see you right now. No, oh gosh, no, that would be really scary. I'm not in your house, I can't see you, I can see the camera right now. When I say I'm a blind unboxer, what I mean is that I'm opening something called a blind box on this channel. First off, I just want to describe why did I want to do this channel. I actually had another channel, and it was all over the place. I showed my ballet because I was a professional ballerina. I showed the powerlifting I did after that, the competitions and training. I showed some of my artwork. I showed a lot of my music compositions. And at one point I even had this clouder of kittens and their mom. It was really cute. I love animals, but that's just not consistent. It's all over the place. You're not gonna know what you're gonna get. You're basically going to get a blind video. I wanted a consistent channel about my newfound love of designer vinyl toys that come in blind boxes. So why am I interested in this? I think it stems from my first collections as a little girl. I grew up on a farm in Kentucky, and the first things I collected were things I found, arrowheads and other artifacts. And I think I liked that I could get different varieties of these. I never knew what color, and the materials were really beautiful. Sometimes flint, sometimes I would get quartz, very rarely. So I really liked the fact that you could see the mind of a person from the past. I really liked ancient artifacts, things from a long time ago I thought were really important, and the fact that they had lasted this long meant that they were durable. I don't know why I discounted pop art, but for some reason I was all about something that was long lasting if I was going to collect it. From there it turned into a love of all sorts of semi-precious stones, and in particular I really liked carvings. For instance, my collection of skulls, I have them in all different colors, all different types of semi-precious stones. I actually have them up on the mantle behind me. I like to array them as a rainbow. It's artwork, but it's also natural. So that's where my interests were for a long time with my collections, because I'm not new to collecting. But simultaneously with my artwork, I was actually making more temporary things, and often they were whimsical. For instance, these psychedelic trees, 3 trees is what this is called, I made in polymer clay. I also have my psychedelic trees behind me in painting form. My art was all over the place. I started out doing realistic art, and then I just really liked artwork that was more from your brain. It wasn't something that you could see in reality. It was a representation of something solely imagined by the artist. So I was making all types of seashells combined together, and a pearl in the center, this fantastical creature. It kind of makes sense that I would head toward pop art type designer toys. So the first designer toys I collected, I didn't realize they fell in that category. It was just coincidental that I saw Star Wars and I thought porgs were really cute. As I said before, I just love animals like this. This actually kind of looks like a porg. So I saw porgs, I just wanted all the porgs. Give me all the porgs. So first I had a picture book, I have a mug, and then I got the Funko Pop figurines, little bobbleheads. And I just pulled that one off its base. I had to get all the varieties of this. I have the scared one, I have the one with the open wings, 2 others here, sad and more of like the normal face one. I got all these Funko Pop porgs and didn't really register that they fell in this category of designer vinyl toys. I didn't get into collecting other types of blind boxes until I received this advertisement on Instagram. Somehow they seem to know what you'll appreciate and enjoy, even though you've shown no indication of that before. In fact, I'm not a gamer, but I saw this advertisement for Tariba, which is a real clawing game. So you can actually maneuver from your phone this claw to knock these toys off of a shelf. They ship them to you, but it was more of a Japanese style of clawing game. It wasn't something I picked up very well. I was used to more of the regular claws, so I looked for other apps and I found something called Clawin'. And on that app, one of the prizes was Pucky from Pop Mart blind box. I fell in love with these little babies that come in different costumes. I thought they were so cool looking, the colors and pastels. So I looked up Pucky. I saw that she does a series called Pookie, little circus figurines. And then from there, I went crazy. I had to see what all of the blind boxes were. Ended up finding Thimble Stump Hollow and all the little monsters. These sorts of blind boxes have exclusives and chasers that are harder to find. So I just wanted to get into collecting, and I really enjoyed that. So much so that I thought I would share my opening experience with others, especially because I just find unboxing channels to be very soothing. Inherently, there's a lot of characteristics of ASMR. You have the tape tearing, you have the wrappers crinkling, you have the cardboard ripping open. So I just think it's very calming. I actually react very strongly to ASMR. Actually, as a little girl with my sister, when we were in ballet training, we used to walk out of certain classes and say, why are our heads floating up in the sky? It was the way that our instructors would talk very soothingly and with very gentle motions that seemed to set that off. So we thought, oh, we've got this magical power. We thought we were really special. Come to find out a few years ago that this is a real thing, that your brain is lighting up in a very unique way. That was really cool to find out. Although this channel is not going to be about that, I just think inherently unboxings accomplish that. But what exactly are these blind boxes? Why do we have this explosion of these little toys that you don't know what you're going to get? Why is this so popular? Well, it actually stemmed from a long time ago. The history of this started with the first vending machines. So this was the late 1800s in London, England, when it was invented, these dispensers. You would get postcards, other little trinkets. By the mid 1900s, they were dispensing things like candies and little toys. And a man in Japan saw this invention, thought it was really fun to see what you were going to get, but he also thought, this is not sanitary. It's frustrating that everything comes out clumped together. He thought, I need a packaging method where you dispense one prize and it's separate. And so he invented these little plastic capsules. You probably remember seeing these at the grocery store. You put in 1/4, crank the little knob, and out would come your little capsule with jewelry or a sticky hand that you could throw on the wall and it got really dirty, or a little rubber ball, or little tiny figurine plastic toys, little cars, kind of really cheap. But in Japan, the Bandai company thought, we can do this better. We're going to make these series of toys that are really artistic. Kids will want to collect them all, even adults now. And it was called Gashapon. So it blew up huge. At toy stores, you can see whole walls of this, all sorts of varieties. Imagine, for instance, a cat with a piece of fruit on its head, and then you could have different kinds of cats and different kinds of fruit. That's how weird it gets. So all these series keeps people coming back for more. Simultaneously in America, in LA, we had the development of lowbrow art and pop surrealism, bringing together these flavors of hot rod and comic books and graffiti and musical type art all together into the invention of really unique characters, whimsical and sometimes scary. Simultaneously in Japan, we had the invention of designer toys. Not really toys, more like figurines, large resin sculptures that were hand painted, one-offs or a few, castings out of a mold were made and hand painted by artists that were typically anime and video gaming characters. So those were related to something pre-existing, some sort of show or game. In America, we had the more unique characters being invented. Simultaneously, this idea of the capsule all came together into one product, a larger blind box vinyl figurine, accessible art for the masses because multiple of these could be made, but they're still hand painted and really, really artistic. So I look forward to opening these on this channel with you. I hope you're excited to see what I've got. If you liked this video, maybe it's not interesting enough yet and you just want to see the freaking boxes open, but hopefully you'll subscribe to see the next videos, hit the like button, and I'll see you next time on the Blind Unboxer.